Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to talk about guilt and shame. If you are someone who often beats yourself up, you're super hard on yourself for mistakes you make, decisions you make, whether they're big or they're small, then this video is for you. So let's talk about guilt and shame in and of itself, because it's the core of why we beat ourselves up. When we're beating ourselves up and we're hard on ourselves, we're essentially shaming ourselves. We're feeling guilty, creating that guilt and shame, saying, oh man, I'm an idiot, I'm so stupid, I shouldn't have done that, I'm better than that. Or a lot of the time you don't say I'm better than that, you say, oh God, I knew I was, a screw up, blah, 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 blah. And you just go in this negative spiral downward, and it's a very low energetic, low vibrational state. In the book Power versus Force by Dr. David R. Hawkins, which I recommend you read if you have not, he talks about the emotion, the feeling, the energetic consciousness level of shame and guilt. And basically, shame and guilt is some of the lowest human emotions that you can feel on the entire spectrum. It makes you barely above human. It's like right above being just a straight animal, like a cow or a horse or a dog. It's that low of a vibration. Not that, of course, don't take it out of context that these animals are low vibration, but you understand as a human being, we have a level of consciousness. So it's a level of consciousness that you're vibrating at when you're in a level of shame and guilt, which again is the basis of feeling sorry for yourself, feeling guilty that you made a mistake, feeling ashamed of your decisions, basically who you are. And this is such a low level of unworthiness. So that's really what shame and guilt is. So why do we do this? Where does it come from? Well, like often what we experience in life is a product of our belief systems, and our belief systems for all of us really are shaped and given to us from a very early age, whether through osmosis, indirectly or directly from our parents, our teachers, society, and then we have experiences in our lives that reinforce these beliefs that were given to us, that were instilled into us from us watching our parents or not watching our parents or whoever was around, our caretakers, etc., our teachers, and then social media. So it's a set of programs and beliefs that has been instilled in us at a very young age, and it's a habit and a way of thinking and being that doesn't serve us at all, and that our parents didn't really know that they were doing or giving to us, but it has a very detrimental effect on us until we become conscious of it. And like all things that we talk about here on this channel, we rewrite these beliefs, our association with them, how we handle these things in order to empower us rather than bring us in this low vibrational energetic state. So it's really societal programming and beliefs from a young age that creates this system of being super hard on ourselves, being shameful, being guilty about the decisions we make. So an example of this that you may have experienced when you were young is you were growing up, you went to school, you might have gotten decent grades or good grades. Maybe you came home and you earned a B or a B plus, and your parents didn't even acknowledge the B and say, oh, that's good, but you can do a lot better, you're capable of more, I believe in you. It wasn't shaped in a positive state. It was probably given to you with the context of guilt, of shame. All you got was a B? That's all you got? Oh my God, you're so stupid. You couldn't even get an A. And in their mind, the funny thing is, here's the irony of it. That approach, they think that they are empowering you to become better because they do know that you're capable and want you to do better, but they gave it to you in this nasty energy of shame and guilt, basically guilting you and shaming you that you're not good enough, that you didn't do good enough, and that context would then propel you to be forward. Well, I don't want to feel shameful and guilty that I only made a B, so I got to do better, and so I'm going to earn an A so I can earn the respect and approval of my parents, because that means everything to us at an early age. So the irony is they thought they were doing us a service by shaming us and guilting us into better grades, and maybe that worked, but it's a very toxic system and created this very deep subconscious belief system that we're not worthy, that we're not good enough. Because then here you are, you earned a B, but then you went back and you earned an A. But they said, oh, you got an A, but you couldn't get an A plus. So again, what it's telling us subconsciously is that no matter what we do, we're not good enough. Therefore, no matter what we do, we're not good enough. We're unworthy of love. We're unworthy of respect. No matter what we do, it's never going to be good. We're just never going to amount to that bar of never being enough. And this is an old archaic system and belief system that was instilled into us. So maybe that was you, and there's many other examples, right? Oh, you got second place, but you didn't get first place? Oh my God, you're terrible. How could you not get first place, right? So again, it's this toxic system of shame and guilt that has been instilled that created a belief system that underlies our subconscious mind, and that's why it accumulates or has manifested itself in your life now as being too hard on yourself. Any minor mistake you make, you're so hard on yourself, you can't let go of it because it brings you back to those old, very powerful and visceral emotional childhood experiences that you had. So it really doesn't serve us at this point. So this is why you're so hard on yourself. You constantly beat yourself up. And to be honest, it does no good, and it never does any good. So maybe, because here's the funny thing, even if that system of shame and guilt propelled you to great heights and material success, and you have abundance, and you have the house and the family and the cars and the career and the prestige and the money, etc., you probably still don't feel good enough underneath because you built it off a belief system of shame, of guilt. So what do we do? So it's one of those things that, again, even though you have the prestige, the money, the career, the car, the family, the health, etc., you still don't feel good enough because you need to address the root as to why you're so hard on yourself. You don't feel good enough underneath, and it propelled you to great heights. I have a great example of an old client of mine and a good friend of mine. I actually need to reach out to him. It's been a while, and he's much older than me. I think he's like in his early 70s now. And this was his parents. His mom was like, oh, you're an idiot. You're not good enough. And it propelled him to incredible heights. He's like an Ivy League, magna cum laude, like valedictorian type who went to an Ivy League school and is a super successful multi-millionaire guy. And I coached him. Well, I started as his personal trainer, but as we got to know each other and whatever I do now and how all this has morphed into me coaching people on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level, we talked about how that was his childhood, that's where it came from, and we reframed his beliefs, his understanding and identity of himself, and really healed his past trauma so that he had an inner sense of fulfillment regardless of what the external validation, these factors of money and prestige and whatnot, gave him. We created a sense of true confidence and love and acceptance and reframed his understanding and belief system so he could feel a sense of fulfillment regardless of what was happening on the external world. That's what we're going to begin to do with you today here on this video. So it's important that we first understand why we're so hard on ourselves, what those emotions are, shame and guilt, where it comes from. Now, how do we begin to rewire this, to fix this? What do we do? You'll hear me talk a lot on this channel about your belief system because that's really what we create our reality off of. Your external world is a culmination of your deep subconscious beliefs. So everything on the outside world, the money you make, the love, the partners, the relationships, the connections, your health, your fitness, the image of who you are, how you interact with the world is a result of your deep subconscious belief systems. So what we need to do is get in touch with the beliefs that you have underneath about yourself when it comes to your achievements, your ability, your capability, and heal past traumas. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. But when you begin to make strides on this, you will begin to feel differently because you're becoming a different person, because parts of you that are unhealed are now becoming healed and whole, and you'll begin to experience this on the external reality. So let's take money, which is a very common example that we're all trying to improve our financial situation. No matter how much money you have, we're constantly trying to improve because this is the process of growth. So if you're someone who is struggling with money, your net worth, yes, it is your net worth to an extent, but your net worth is actually your self-worth. So if you're someone who's very hard on yourself, you struggle with money and you beat yourself up, you're shaming yourself, you have a low level of self-worth and that underlying belief of I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. If you always have I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, the universe is never going to bring in money to your existence because you're not worthy of it. You don't feel, you are worthy of it, but you don't feel worthy of it. You don't feel good enough for it. You don't feel like you deserve it. So you have to heal this subconscious belief of I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, again, coming from your parents at a young age, in order to allow that energetic channel to open up and attract more abundance and wealth into your life. And I know this firsthand because I am doing very well financially right now, and I'm just getting started onto my very wealthy life that I'm creating for myself. And it took me a long time. I mean, it took me a long time to reprogram and heal these beliefs around money and whatnot. So what do? We need to rewrite our old beliefs and a system of improving in a way that empowers us. And I do apologize because I know I've brought this up many times, but I am knee deep in my work and doing this as a side passion, which will eventually be my full-time career, and I know that. But I bring that up because I have talked about making a workbook and resources, and I will, and I am. But specifically about rewriting your old beliefs. But I'll give this exercise to you because I don't have the formal PDF for you guys to have yet. What you want to do is you want to get a piece of paper and make 3 columns. So here's the piece of paper. You write 1 line, 2 lines, you have 3 columns. First one you write, so let's take money. My money beliefs, or just title it, Rewriting Money Beliefs at top. On this column on the far left, or on the far left for you, which would be here, you're going to write my current beliefs about money. You're going to write down all your beliefs about money. I have to work super hard in order to earn money. Money is the root of all evil. Money is bad because it, abuses. People take advantage of people in order to make a lot of money. People that are rich are bad because they probably had to take advantage of people to do that. All whatever your beliefs are, or maybe those aren't. Maybe you have a lot of positive beliefs. This is just an example. You can do this with relationships. My beliefs about men are terrible, which probably comes from an old father wound or uncle. Maybe you'd been abused if you're a woman or a man, whatever. If you want to do it for love and partnerships, right? I'm just giving you the exercise. So let's stick with money. My beliefs about money are, okay. Second column, where did these beliefs about money come from? Are they yours and are they true? And you'll write these things, and you want to give yourself space. You may even want to do it horizontally because you'll want to write a lot for this second section. Man, this belief came from, when I was super poor growing up, we never had enough. I never had enough money. So my belief that money doesn't come easily to me is because I grew up poor and I watched my mom and dad struggle so much to just make ends meet. So understand where that belief came from. And then the third column, which is the most important, and you will review this exercise all the time forever until you start making more money and you can notice a tangible change in your relationship with money, and you start to earn more money. You'll start to feel differently about money. You'll start to think differently about opportunities and see money as more than just the physical dollar bills or numbers in your bank account, but as opportunities, as people you meet, because money making is a social activity. So there's a lot to it here, right? But again, I'm not stopping here, guys. I'm just getting started on my channel. This is going to keep going for a while, and eventually we'll have a community, and I'll have set courses, books that you can purchase, meditations, things like this, right? It's a lot. So I'm just trying to give it to you here to get you on the right path. So the third column is you're rewriting your money beliefs. So you're going to write empowering money beliefs. My current beliefs about money, where did these beliefs come from and are they true? A new empowering belief. So we're just going to take one. Let's stick with money is very hard to earn. Money, I have to work my butt off to earn any money. Money doesn't come easily to me, right? Kind of like the same belief. This was because where did this come from? This came from my parents because I watched them struggle. We never had enough. My dad worked 3 jobs. We were still poor, etc. Right? And you'll write about that and let your heart open. Let your heart open, your mind open, and the pen flow easily. And do not do it typing. I want you to write this down with a pen to paper because there's a level of therapy that you get from the cathartic experience of having your pen touch the pad of paper and write this out. You may become emotional. Allow yourself to release those emotions. This is energy that's stuck, that's trapped, that needs to be released. This is a very powerful and emotional exercise, can change your entire life. It has changed mine. So where does this come from? And is it true? The third thing you're going to write is the truth about money. So if your old belief that wasn't serving you was, oh, money is super hard to get and I have to work my butt off and it's still never enough, right? Whatever that belief is, it came from my parents because they worked 3 jobs and we're still poor. No. So you're going to write the truth about money in a new empowering belief. The new empowering belief would be, money, I don't have to work hard to earn a lot of money. There's countless people in this world that earn thousands of dollars a day without doing a whole lot. There's something that they know that I don't, or that I need to learn, that I can learn. And this information is available to me. So I pledge myself to learn what I need to learn, to know what they need to learn, and reprogram my beliefs so that money comes to me easily. And I don't have to work my butt off and work 3 jobs just to make it. That I can do what I want and do a job or work that gives me fulfillment and passion and joy and helps other people, and that I'm paid infinitely amounts for it. Because money doesn't, I don't have to struggle for money. Money does come to me easily. I just have to change the way that I'm working, and I'm pledge myself to do that. So that would be like, yes, that's not a very concise version, but you kind of get what I'm saying here with the exercise. You need to get to the root of where this stuff comes from and begin to undo that programming that isn't true. Because that is a truth. Money isn't like hard to get. It's not. Think about how many people do not struggle with money. You're just used to struggling with money because that was your reality for a long time. You had a bad belief system, and then it got reinforced throughout your life subconsciously, but because you weren't aware of it, now you're aware of it. That's why you're watching this video. And now you have the tools, or a tool, to begin to reprogram this belief. So this is why you're so hard on yourself. That's how this video comes about. It's about shame. It's about guilt if you're really hard on yourself, but it's really deeper on that. It's about your belief system that's creating that shame and guilt. It's an old operating system of whatever I do is not good enough that was given to you. That's not true. You're fine. You're good. And your parents, God bless them, don't be mad at them. They were doing the best they could. They were doing what was passed down to them and trying to teach you in the way that they learned in hopes that it would better your life. And so there will be some healing that needs to go around that too. Maybe you are pissed at your parents for that. You're like, how could you ever do that to me? Again, they probably weren't even aware that that's how they were being. You're not good enough. You got a B. You couldn't get an A. So there's a lot of forgiveness with this stuff. There's a lot of this. That's a big part of the healing, the trauma. It's about rewriting your old belief system. But all that to be said, guys, this is about alchemizing. Alchemy. Taking lead, turning it into gold. The lead that you're taking is old negative energy, and you're learning to be an alchemist and alchemize, transmute those old negative beliefs and make them into positive beliefs. This is what becomes so empowering over time, and what will begin to change your reality as you know it, because you're changing, you're healing, you're reprogramming your beliefs. This is the root of the base, and it is not easy. It's very simple to do, but it's not easy to do. So it's simple. You need to heal your past and rewrite your beliefs, and your whole new reality in life will manifest. It's very simple. Heal your past, rewrite your beliefs, boom, you got what you want. But is it easy? Of course not. It's a lot of work, and most people are unconscious about it, but you're not. So now you have the opportunity to change this and break the family trauma, break the family karmic cycles, not treat your kids the same way that you were treated. Understand this. That's why you're here. That's why you're watching this video. You're breaking your family cycles. You're breaking through the thousands of lifetimes of karma and transmuting it now for your family line, for your lineage, and most importantly for yourself, for yourself and your family. So that's what we're doing. So use the challenges and lessons, whatever made you initially go, God, I'm an idiot, and shame yourself and guilt yourself. Use that as an opportunity, as a trigger to show you to what you need to heal and reprogram and make it empowering. So that was disempowering. I'm not good enough. And now that's not true using that exercise I gave you. It is now the new truth. is I know that I'm worthy because I work my butt off, not only physically, but I do a lot of the inner work a lot of people aren't doing. And this will pay itself back in dividends. I deserve to have the best life that I want and everything that I desire because I'm a good person. And as I have more good come into my life, I'm going to do a lot of good for other people. Everyone's going to get a better version of myself because I'm happy, I'm fulfilled, I'm healthy, I'm healed. This is how you alchemize the negative energy into positive energy and become a new person. You heal your past, you forgive, you rewrite your beliefs. Your intuition, the synchronicities will happen. You'll be led along the path to your greatest life. You're already there. That's why you're watching this video. You wouldn't be in alignment with that and understand what I'm saying if you weren't watching this video, because this is how we do. This is the energy that we're on, my friends. So changing the way you handle stress, it takes practice. All this takes practice. It's like learning a golf swing for the first time. If you've ever done that, it's a lot of mechanics, it takes time. It's like anything. You're learning foreign language. You've never learned how to bake a pineapple upside down cake. Your first one might suck, but after your 20th pineapple upside down cake, now you're good. So all this stuff takes practice. That's the point there. The quotes I'll leave you with today: no work or love will flourish out of guilt, fear, or hollowness of heart. So quit being so hard on yourself. Part of the process of letting go of the guilt and shame is big time forgiveness. Forgive yourself. You made a mistake. Oh, guess what? You're human. You're going to do it again. Let it go. Be at peace with it and use that negative energy to learn. Okay, I made a mistake. Okay, it sucks. I feel bad about it. Give yourself 30 seconds. Give yourself a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. Feel bad about it. Great. What did that do? Okay, you good? Okay, what am I going to do about it now so that I don't make that same mistake? But forgive yourself. You're human. Who cares? You messed up. Dude, you're going to mess up. That's the whole learning process. If you mess up, it's actually a good thing because it means you're pushing yourself beyond your limits. You're supposed to mess up. How can you be an expert at something you've never done before? You're not going to be. This guy's a master carpenter because he's made a whole crap load of uneven tables and chairs. That's you. So give yourself grace. Give yourself forgiveness. Let go of the shame and guilt. Quit being so hard on yourself. Heal your past, reprogram your beliefs, and move forward. Second quote: guilt is a destructive and ultimately pointless emotion if it doesn't lead to change. So it doesn't do any good to just sit there in the guilt and the shame and that low vibrational energy unless you use that energy, you alchemize it from negative to positive in order to move you forward. That's what I got for you today, guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.